Just about to start. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for your patience today. My name is Brad Underwood, and I'm a volunteer here with Sahaja Yoga Meditation. So we'll spend the next hour and a half or so together experiencing meditation, and hopefully you'll have a nice experience with meditation, and you'll feel motivated in the new year to make this part of your daily life. So here in our center in Dallas, we're coming to you live from Dallas, Texas. Again, if you're watching from Shreveport, thank you so much for joining us or watching online. Here in our class today, there's we have somebody new maybe. Have you been here before? No? Okay. Just quickly, may I ask how you heard about our class? Okay, very good. Have you tried other types of meditation before? Or? Not really? Okay. Okay. And how's that going for you? Okay. Okay, very good. So we have somebody new saying that, some relaxation techniques at home have helped with, feeling restless and some anxiety and things like that. And so if you are feeling those things, and who doesn't in today's world at some point in the day or in the week, feel anxious or unsettled, stressed, down, depressed, all of those things can be benefited or improved in your life through meditation. Hello. Is this your first time with us today? No. Oh, you're a friend of George. Okay, very good. All right. So before we begin and have the experience of meditation today, just a quick introduction, a quick explanation of how this meditation works. So I'm going to ask, have you seen a chart like this before? Okay. We use this chart because it helps us understand what's going on inside of us, how we feel every day, the ups and the downs and the highs and the lows of life that we all experience, how they relate back to in this chart. This chart is important. It's essential to how we feel every day. What we're looking at here is what we call our subtle system. It's part of our nervous system inside. Ancient people, they understood this subtle system in chakras, if you've heard the word chakra. There's 7 of these chakras rising along our spine. Today, we call them solar plexuses or plexuses inside of us. Solar plexus is one of them. Solar plexus, aortic plexus, and so on. There's 7 of these. So these are where inside of us, in our nervous system, nerves bundle together along our spine. And these are, again, essential to how we feel on a day-to-day basis. If these 7 chakras or energy centers or plexuses are strong and healthy, then we feel good. If for some reason they're a little bit out of balance, then we feel that too in our life. These plexuses are responsible for our physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual health. And they also have built inside of them qualities that make us human, qualities that come from inside. So qualities like creativity, peace, compassion, forgiveness. These are all built inside of us at these different points inside. So you can kind of put 2 and 2 together. If, for example, this chakra right here, which is the quality of forgiveness inside of us, is maybe a little bit out of balance, then maybe we don't feel so forgiving every day. If our heart chakra, which is the quality of compassion, but also courage and security in our life is a little bit out of balance, and maybe we feel insecure sometimes. Maybe we feel a little fearful sometimes. Makes sense? If these are strong and healthy, then we exude these qualities. Peace is another example. Peace comes from inside. It's built in right here at this center. But again, maybe the center's not functioning as well as it can in us, and so we don't always feel that peace inside. But if this is working as well as it can, then we should feel peaceful and satisfied with our life. When we're born, when we're little, these centers are flourishing inside of us. Little tiny kids, we're so drawn to them because they are so innocent and pure, and they have all of these qualities. Like forgiveness is another good example. Little kids don't hold on to grudges. They let things go. They live in the moment. And we were all little kids once. We were all like that. And through this meditation, we can regain that. We can get that back. What happens is we grow up, we start to experience life, we start to accumulate some baggage. All of our lives are different, but just like we're different on the outside, we're a little different on the inside as far as what's our strengths and challenges might be. So the question is, how do we get these centers back as healthy as they can be, so we can feel it? And there is inside of us an energy. If you see on the chart, we have a little purple triangle at the base of the spine of our person here. And that represents our sacrum bone. So sacrum meaning sacred. Again, ancient people, the Greeks specifically, they called this a sacred bone. They knew there was something special about this bone in every human being. No matter where you're from, what you look like, every human being has inside of this bone an energy residing inside. So maybe you've heard of the word Kundalini before. Maybe that's a new word. You've heard that word before. Okay, so Kundalini is the Sanskrit name, the ancient name for this energy inside. Let me just quickly define what Kundalini is, because there's a lot of information about Kundalini online and books and so on, and not all of it is accurate. So here's the truth about Kundalini. Kundalini is a 100% positive, loving, mothering energy that we all have residing inside of us. And it's a dormant energy resting inside of our sacrum bone. But this energy is aware, knows all about you and your life and your challenges in life and your dreams and your accomplishments, everything about your life, your Kundalini knows. And your Kundalini knows exactly what's going on in these 7 chakras, or these 7 energy centers. Your Kundalini knows if they're healthy or if there's a little bit of an imbalance in there. Your Kundalini has a desire as she's resting there, and her desire is to be awakened and to rise up along your spine. This white line here in the middle represents your spinal column, or the central channel inside of us. Her desire is to rise up along here and enter into these centers and nourish them. Return them to that pristine state, or take them to that pristine state, so that automatically you become more peaceful, more secure, more forgiving. Makes sense? Without trying or forcing anything, your energy does that for you. So it is like a mother and child relationship. Like a mother takes care of her child and gives the child everything that she possibly can for that child. Your Kundalini does the same thing for you. She rises up. She nourishes you from the inside. So you begin to, again, automatically exude these qualities inside of you. You may even find that you have strengths or qualities or talents that you weren't aware of as this energy begins to rise. The baggage that we're carrying in life, she literally rises and she pushes that out. It's like she's flushing out all the bad stuff that we're carrying around with us. And she brings it and removes it from you. She rises all the way up to this point, this one right here, this energy center. And again, this is the center of forgiveness inside of us. I'm going to mention real quick these other lines on our chart. We have a blue line and a yellow line here. Again, the white line in the middle is the present. It's the present moment. It's the central channel. It's in the present moment that we grow and we improve ourselves and we become better people. The blue line that you see is the channel of our past and our emotions and our desires in life. What do I want to achieve? What do I want to be when I grow up? Those kinds of desires on the left side. On the right side, the yellow line is our action side, our future side, our planning side that we have inside of us. So left side, desire, right side, action. Left side, past, right side, future. And from these channels of the left and the right of the past and the future come bubbling up all of our thoughts that we have. They bubble up from the left and the right, and they bubble up. You can see how they cross over here. They cross at this point, and they bubble up into our mind, and they create all of our thoughts, the thoughts that we experience all the time. They come from the past and the future. They come from here. Inside of us, that's where the thoughts come from. And I would say, it's fair to say, I'll state that we're living in a time where our minds are more complicated than they've ever been, I'd say, in human history. Our minds are constantly at work. We're so stressed. We feel anxious. We have all of these experiences. But what are we doing? We're not, out digging ditches. We're not plowing the fields. We're sitting at a computer, most of us, but we feel so stressed out. Why do we feel so stressed out? It's because of all of the complications in our mind, all the thinking and the judging and the reactions that are going on constantly in our mind. Our left channel comes up and crosses over. You see this little section here. This is all the conditionings of our past. So we're all affected by our conditionings of our past. We're all kind of living in a little bit of our own reality because of what we've experienced. So we see it through that lens, the conditionings of our past. Some conditionings may be really positive conditionings, but some of them may not be so positive. We may not even really realize how they affect our day-to-day life. And again, the thoughts come from the past. And then the right channel comes up and crosses over this little section here. This is our ego in our mind. The ego that tells us that I'm in charge, I'm responsible, I did this, sense of I-ness that we have inside of us. And these two institutions of conditionings and ego, they press down on this center right here in our forehead. And the thoughts come. When we think of meditation, we think of relieving stress and being more balanced and having a more healthy life, but we also think of how do I close or quiet this thinking? We wake up in the morning and we're thinking. And we work all day long. We try to go to sleep at night. So many of us, are just laying in bed and the thoughts are still coming and coming. So how do we slow that down? How do we regain that state that we talked about when we were little kids, who they don't do that. They don't lay awake at night pondering, what happened at work or at school, they let it go. They're just living in the moment. Why do we do that? Because we've grown up, we're more complicated. We're more complicated and our brains has become more complicated. Plus we're all, looking at a phone all day long too. So there's so many different things that are trying to get our attention. So, how do we slow down the thoughts? Well, your energy inside of you, this kundalini that we talked about, this mothering energy, she rises again. She's rising up. She's nourishing these centers inside of you. She's comes to this point here. And again, all the thoughts are coming and there's a lot of pressure here. And this is already very narrow right here. It's a very narrow chakra. And when we forgive, when we take advantage of that quality, that power inside of us, then your energy can cross over here. She crosses through the center. When she does that, all the thoughts that are coming start to slowly reduce automatically. So there's no trick in this meditation, a trick of trying to force out the thoughts, concentrating on something or imagining something. Just let go, just relax, and your energy will do the job for you. Again, like a mother does. She'll slowly reduce your thoughts, when we let go, and the center opens up. That's called thoughtless awareness. Thoughtless awareness is when your mind becomes absolutely peaceful. I hope that happens today. It may take a little bit of practice. It may take some practice. But even if it happens for a couple of seconds, those couple of seconds of quietness in your mind help to heal all of the complications in your mind. Just a couple of seconds. The more you meditate, that's why we practice meditation every day, then this quietness in your mind becomes longer and longer and longer. So a couple of seconds, 5 seconds, 10 seconds before another thought comes. Thoughts are going to keep coming because we're human, and they will come up from the past and the future. But the more you practice, you begin to just let the thoughts go, let them just pass, and then you can go back to that quietness in your mind. It can extend for longer and longer periods of time. And it is incredibly peaceful and balancing. And again, you just relax and let it work. And everything just starts to work out the way it's supposed to. This is how we're made. This is how we've been designed inside. We're designed for this energy to be awakened and to balance us in a natural way. One more thing, and then we'll have our meditation. Our energy passes through here and then reaches the last center here on top of our head. This is where our soft spot used to be on top of our head here. When that happens, we call that self-realization or yoga. We're called Sahaja Yoga Meditation. Yoga is, who knows what yoga is, what it means? The word yoga, anyone? Yes, thank you. Claudia said union. That's what yoga means. It means a union or a connection with something higher than yourself. So your Kundalini, she has that desire, that mothering desire to see you at your very best, to nourish you, to help you. She also has a desire to give you that connection, to give you that union with something higher than yourself. So whatever you feel comfortable saying, the universe, the divine, God, this energy connects you directly with that. So you don't need a priest or a pastor or a pope or anyone in between. You have that direct connection yourself. And that's how you're designed, every one of us, to have that connection ourselves. Make sense so far? All right. So what happens then when you get that connection? What does that mean? Well, the system inside of you, or this chart, it becomes known to you. You begin to feel it for yourself. One of the ways you feel it is literally on your hands. You might feel the energy flowing through your hands, coolness, warmth, as this energy flows through you. The energy flows, it moves. And on your fingertips, all of our fingers are connected back through our nervous system to these different plexuses. Again, this is all our nervous system, our autonomous nervous system. So it works automatically. Now you begin to feel inside yourself where your strengths are, where your challenges are. You know yourself more deeply, understand yourself. You know, it's very empowering. It's very empowering to have this knowledge about yourself. The energy also flows up and flows out here. So you might feel that too. A little bit of a flow on top of your head as the energy moves through you. Most important thing is, though, you begin to really feel connected to others, connected to the larger world around us, and you begin to really feel and understand what is my purpose? Why am I here? What is the meaning of my life? You become more settled in yourself. People say, know yourself, be your true self. This is how you really do that. This is how it happens in a natural way. It's not a mental thing. It's a natural thing. So, any questions? Does it all make sense? I know it's a lot of information. The most important thing is just to relax. Just relax and just have the experience. Treat it like a scientist would. So I just presented a hypothesis to you. Here's a theory. And just say, okay, I'm going to test it out for myself. So what is the key? How do you test it for yourself? The key is to keep your mind open, keep your heart open, and have a desire to have the experience. So just a wish in your heart. I want to feel this for myself. I want to have this experience. That is the key. This energy is dormant, remember? So what is the key to unlock that energy? It's your own desire. Your own desire. You've all expressed that today. You turned on the computer at home, you went to Shreveport Library, or you came here to Dallas. That's expressing your desire. So just keep that in mind and try to experience this through your heart, not as a mental exercise, as we go through this guided meditation, but try to feel it in your heart. That's simple. All right? Okay. So let's have the experience now. Let's have our first meditation. Here in Dallas, if you're watching online or from Shreveport, we have our own center here, so we're very lucky, and we're able to add into our meditation a little bit of a technique, a little bit of an extra boost that we use to help us feel more balanced. We call that a foot soak, and we soak our feet in some lukewarm water with some salt as we meditate. But you do not need this to have the same experience at home. But I'm telling you this because we're going to take a quick break because we need to go and fill up our tubs and come back. It takes 3 minutes. So if you're watching online or from Shreveport, just please bear with us. We'll play some music for you, and we'll be back in just 3 minutes, and then we'll begin our guided meditation. So we'll see you then. Thank you.
Very surprising. It's very surprising how this materialism has come over. But does it give happiness to anyone? Does it give joy? Does it give friendship?
Okay. Yes. All right. Thank you so much for your patience. We're back, and we'll begin our first meditation. So, again, here in Dallas, we're doing our foot soak, but you don't need to have that. But I wanted to kind of just walk you through what we're going to do. I'm going to lead a meditation. It's guided, and you'll all just follow along. And the reason why I want to show you is because we're going to use our hands in this meditation. Remember our left channel, the blue channel, that's the channel of our desire inside. And the yellow channel, the right channel, is our action. So we're going to put our action hand on the desire side of our body. Remember that key for the energy to rise is our personal desire inside, that wish inside of our heart. So just so you can all see, um, we're going to keep our left hand open on our lap, and our right hand, we're going to start by placing it on our heart on the left side. So just like we're pledging allegiance, we just put our hand on our heart to begin with, and then we move our hand underneath our ribs like this. I'll walk you all through this again as we do it, but just so you can see. Then we'll put our hand on our hip on the left side down here, back underneath our ribs, then back over our heart. Then we move our hand to the left side of our neck like this. We can turn our head to the right this way. We'll put our hand across our forehead like this. We'll bend our head down. We'll put the hand on the back of the head and we'll lift our head up. We'll keep our eyes closed. And then the last center that we talked about, we stretch all of our fingers apart and we put the palm of our hand on top of our head like this. And you can see I'm not holding on to my head or my hair. I got my fingers stretched apart away because we're going to massage. We're going to massage our scalp. That's perfect. Okay. That's how the meditation will go. One more thing. And every time we start a meditation and end a meditation, we do what we call raising our energy. We use our hands for this too. This helps us express that desire. I want my energy to rise up, to come up, to nourish me from the inside and to come all the way up to the top of my head. So we can all do this together. We take our left hand and we just put the palm of our hand towards our body like this, at the lower part of our body, at the base of our spine. And then the right hand goes in between. The right hand is closest to your stomach, the right hand. And the right hand is the action hand. That hand starts to move. It rotates over the left hand like this, outwardly like this. And then you take both of your hands to the top of your head and you tie a big knot on top of your head. So you can see I'm saying I want my energy to come up and stay up here. So we do that one time, then we do it a second time. Right hand over the left hand, both hands come up to the top of our head. We tie two big knots the second time. And then we take our hands back down and we start again. Right hand over left hand. Now we tie 1, 2, 3 knots on top of our head. And now the 7 plexuses we talked about, those energy centers, those qualities inside of us, we put a shield over ourselves for each one of those. So we put our left hand at our hip and our right hand touches our left hand. We make a big arch over the top of our head like this. And then we bring the arch all the way back. So over and back is for number 1 at the base of our spine. And then we do that a total of 7 times. Over and back. Over and back. 7 times. Again, this energy inside of you begins to flow through you. It flows through your hands. And we put this over ourselves as a protection to protect the system inside of us. After we've done that, we can put our feet in the water here in Dallas. Again, if you are watching from home, you don't have a foot soak tub, that's fine. You can just keep your feet flat on the ground. You can sit on a chair. You can sit on your sofa. Just make yourself comfortable. And we put our feet in the water. We want to close our eyes. Close our eyes. If you're wearing glasses, you can take your glasses off while we do go through this meditation. It just helps to relieve any pressure you might be feeling around your temples. So you can take your glasses off. If you're watching from home, if you're watching at the library, you can take off your shoes. You can take off your shoes so your feet are more closely connected to the earth. That will help your meditation. So, eyes are closed gently. Both of our palms are open on our lap. Open in a receiving posture. Our eyes are closed and relaxed. Relax your eyes and your eyebrows and your forehead. Your face is soft and relaxed. Your neck and shoulders are relaxed. Relieve any tension. Release any tension in your shoulders. We want to be sitting up straight in our chair, but not rigidly, just in a comfortable position. Relax yourself in your chair. Your arms are loose. Your legs are loose. And your feet, again, whether you're foot soaking or not, just keep them flat on the ground. Keep them flat and keep a space between your feet so they're not touching each other. And let's take our right hand and just place it over our heart on the left side. And let's put our attention on our heart. And let's begin our meditation by simply expressing that desire, the desire to experience this meditation. So we can say inside of our heart, please may I experience the peace of meditation. Please may I experience the peace of meditation. We can just say that in our heart. Our energy inside is mothering, relaxing, balancing, nourishing, and comforting. So we can say in our heart, please may I feel the comfort of my own energy. Please may I feel the comfort of my own energy. Just say that in your heart. Please may I feel the comfort of my own energy. And then, keeping our attention inside of our heart, we ask ourselves 3 times, we ask the question, am I the Spirit? Am I the Spirit? We ask that in our heart 3 times. Am I the Spirit? It's a very deep question. Am I the Spirit? We move our hand then to the upper part of our abdomen. to the upper part of our abdomen. We press our hand here and we put our attention here. And we'll ask a second question. We'll ask a second question 3 times in our heart. Here we ask, am I my own master? Am I my own master? 3 times, am I my own master? We move our hand now to the lower part of our abdomen. Right at hip level, we press our hand here. We press our hand and we put our attention here. Nice and relaxed. Again, we have qualities built inside of us, qualities and strengths. We have tremendous potential inside. Every one of us does. And when our energy rises, we begin to realize our full potential. So now we're going to begin to ask for and affirm these qualities that are built inside. And we're going to address our energy and ask her to bless us with these qualities, to really make them shine inside of us. So here, the quality that we have, where our hand is, right here at our hip, the quality inside of us is knowledge. It's a pure knowledge. It's a positive knowledge. We can call it divine knowledge that's built inside of us. Divine knowledge, divine inspiration comes from inside, comes from here. So we'll ask our energy for that knowledge, to nourish the center and bless us with that knowledge. So 6 times we can ask in our heart, Mother Energy, please may I have pure knowledge. Mother Energy, please may I have pure knowledge. Just ask inside of your heart. Mother Energy, please may I have pure knowledge. 6 times. Mother Energy, please may I have pure knowledge. And our energy begins to respond to our desire, to our simple request. We can move our hand now back underneath our rib cage. Put our attention here. We ask the question here, am I my own master? Am I my own master? The quality built inside of us right here is the quality of self-mastery. And what is that quality built inside of us? How do we experience that? This quality inside helps us to make the right choices in life. It helps us to see what is good for us and what is not good for us, and to have the strength to act on what's right. It also helps us learn from our past, learn from our mistakes, teach ourselves, guide ourselves. Again, this is a strength every one of us has inside. And when our energy rises, she begins to nourish this quality inside of us. So let's affirm our own power. And we can say here 10 times inside of our heart, 10 times with confidence, believing in yourself. Mother Energy, I am my own master. We say that 10 times. Mother Energy, I am my own master. 10 times. Mother Energy, I am my own master. I can teach myself, guide myself. I can do the right thing. Mother Energy, I am my own master. Let's move our hand now to our heart, back over our heart. We put our hand and our attention on our heart. We started by asking, am I the spirit? We're asking, do I have a higher self? What is my depth? What is my meaning? The answer to the question, am I the spirit, is yes. Every one of us, again, every human being, has that higher self placed inside of our heart. So let's affirm that truth about ourselves. And we'll affirm that 12 times, 12 total times, with our attention in our heart. Mother Energy, I am pure spirit. Mother Energy, I am pure spirit. Mother Energy, I am pure spirit. We are more than our past conditionings and the ego inside of our mind. We have much more depth than that. Mother Energy, I am pure spirit, the highest that we are. Twelve times. Let's move our hand now to the left side of our neck. We can put our hand right where our neck and shoulder meet. We can turn our head a little bit to the right so our hand fits right in the corner of our neck there. We put our attention here. Put our attention here, and at this point, at this center right here on our neck, the past can drag us down. Because if we feel guilty, if we hold on to guilt, it accumulates right here. It accumulates right here at this center. And it becomes like a weight around our neck, an anchor to the past. And it prevents us from being in the present and from being in the center and from having that experience of growing and learning and improving ourselves. So we want to let go. We want to let go here. Whether the guilt is conscious or unconscious, if we're feeling guilty, we want to let it go here. So we say in our heart 16 times, 16 total times, Mother Energy, I am not guilty at all. Mother Energy, I am not guilty at all. I am not guilty at all. Mother Energy, I am not guilty at all. Mother Energy, I am not guilty at all. Again, believe in yourself. Believe in your strength, in your potential inside. We can move our hand to our forehead now, and we can bend our head down, let our head rest on our hand. We talked about this center here, all the thinking that's going on in our mind, all the reactions and analysis and judgments and anger, negative thoughts. Our energy rises to this point, again, crosses over when we take advantage of the quality that's built in here. And the quality is to forgive. So, here we don't count the number of times, we just say in our heart, I forgive everyone and I forgive myself. I forgive everyone and I forgive myself. Just from your heart. However many times you want to say that. I forgive everyone and I forgive myself. I forgive everyone and I forgive myself. And then we begin to feel that relaxation in our mind. Let everything go. I forgive. We can take our right hand and put it on the back of our head. We keep our eyes closed, but we lift our head up now, so our head is resting back on our hand. And at this point, it's the same center of forgiveness, but here we say from our heart, humbly, O Divine, please forgive me for any mistakes that I have made. O Divine, please forgive me for any mistakes that I have made. And again, just let everything go. Let it all go. Please forgive me for any mistakes that I have made. We can take our hand now and stretch all of our fingers apart and press the palm of our hand at the top of our head. And bend our head down a little bit here again. Press the palm right in the center of our scalp, the very crown, and we'll begin to massage. We're going to rotate our hand in a circle, massaging our scalp. So we move our hand over to the left, then down towards our forehead, towards the front, over to the right, and then all the way back. Left, front, right, and then back. That's the circle that we want to make. That's the direction. And we're going to make 7. We will make 7 circles, nice and slow. And with each rotation you make, with each circle you make, with all of your attention at the very top of your head, we can say in our heart, Mother Energy, please may I have my self-realization. 7 times, 7 circles. Mother Energy, please may I have my self-realization. Mother Energy, please may I have my self-realization. When your energy, again, rises all the way to the top of your head, that is self-realization. and gives you that connection. Mother Energy, please may I have my self-realization. It's built inside of you, everyone. Everyone has the right to ask. Mother Energy, please may I have my self-realization. 7 times. And when you're finished, we just put our hand back on our lap. Both palms are open, eyes are closed. Nice and relaxed. Nice and relaxed. So for just a moment or two, just a few moments, we'll keep our eyes closed with both palms open. And we can do one of two things. We can try to hold our attention at the very top of our head, where we just massaged. See if you can keep your attention there. Keeping your eyes relaxed. Let your attention remain at the top of your head. Another option is to just put your attention back inside of your heart. Back in your heart on the left side. A third option, put your attention in both places at the same time. Inside your heart and the top of your head. And just remain quiet for another moment. Let's open our eyes and we'll end our meditation by raising our energy again. So we raise our energy 3 times. We put on the shield 7 times. Here in Dallas, we rinse our feet, we'll dispose of our foot soak water, and if you're watching online, again, we'll just take a few minutes break while we take care of this, but we'll be right back for some more meditation. So please stay with us. We'll play again a little bit of music for you, and we'll be right back. So thank you so much for your patience. We're back. And before we have another little meditation together, I'd just like to take a minute to introduce the founder of this meditation, the lady that you see in the photograph. Her name is Sri Mataji, and she founded Sahaja Yoga Meditation in 1970 as a nonprofit organization. We're all volunteers here, no matter where you go in the world, and this is practiced all over the world. It's all the same. It's all the same. The languages may be different, but it's all, again, a volunteer-led organization, very grassroots, very organic in that way. And Sri Mataji had a gift for helping to explain the introduction that we had today, the understanding of what's going on inside of us, and making it accessible and understandable to everyday people. And that's who she talked to, everyday people. Traveled for 40 years all over the world, going to the average person and explaining how this meditation works. She didn't court celebrities or kings and queens, although she ran in those circles because her husband worked for the United Nations and she met a lot of those people back in the 80s and 90s, but she focused on the average person and helped to change people's lives. Again, just so people could understand what's going on inside and tap into your own potential that you have built inside of you. So I'd like to just play a short clip of Sri Mataji. She traveled and spoke all over the world, and this will give you a short example of her strengths and her speech. So we'll play that right now.
Very surprising. It's very surprising how this materialism has come over. But does it give happiness to anyone? Does it give joy? Does it give friendship? Full of jealousy, competition, all nonsense is going on. You overcome all that just like this. You enjoy everything. If somebody has a good furniture, all right, it's a very nice carpet, all right, so what you do? You look at it, you enjoy. You enjoy whatever is created beautifully. You don't think about it, you don't react. The reaction is that there's joy. What a beauty it is. You don't think who has made it, how much it will cost, nothing. Become thoughtless. And thoughtless awareness is nothing but such a pouring sense of joy. Joy which is neither happiness or unhappiness, but simple. You cannot describe it in words, but you can really feel it inside yourself, that joy of being the self. And that's the time has come for you to get. You are also here for that. And this is the special time when it is going to work out. Now you feel also the collective consciousness. That you can feel on your fingertips the chakras, the centers of other people. And who is the other? On your centers you can feel your problems, in the same way you can see the problems of others. If you can cure your own centers, you can easily cure the centers of others without any money, without any fuss, without anything. It's very, very simple. It is all built in within you. All this is built in within you. And this built-in power starts working. You don't have to do anything. It's all there. For example, you see so many lights on. You switch on and you get all the lights. But you know how to switch on. It's all built in. Again I say, don't have to stand your heads, you don't have to break your necks, nothing. As you are wonderful. And this is your own individual mother. She is your own. She has no other child. And she knows everything about you. As you have in the tape, you see. She knows your past. She knows your aspirations. She knows you very well. And she is the one who is going to give you your second birth. She is your mother. She loves you. Now there are books saying that if you have the Kundalini, she disturbs you. It's a modern ones. When they say they burns you, she's your mother. Have you heard? I mean, maybe these modern times anything is possible. But can a mother burn her own child? She has been waiting for ages to give you this realization. For ages she is within you. And now you don't give her a chance to give you your second birth. How can that be? You will understand that all these great incarnations who came on this earth have helped to build up this. They are all there within you on these centers, which you will find. And all these fights going on stupidly in the name of God or anything is nonsense, because they are all one. We are only fighting. So all your global problems, all your fighting problems, all your family problems, and the word problem disappears. It happens. It must happen. Because you are specially blessed and you are the Spirit. This collectivity gives you the feeling of oneness with others. Not out of jealousy, not out of greed, not out of any karma love or anything, but it is this pure love, which you have not experienced. All the perversions drop out. But you don't become sort of an abnormal person on the street, you see, walking with your closed eyes. No. You become an enlightened person, absolutely normal. You dress up normally outside, you can live your life. But then you understand what is your dignity, your decency and everything. It's no show outside of your achievement, but you know within yourself. You also know who is a realized soul. And then you meet. It's such a connection. Has been always. But now it becomes obvious, evident, and you can work it out. The most important thing is that your brain opens out. It's like a lotus. It opens out. All the problems of brain drop out. How many diseases there are of brain? I wanted to know, so there's such a big book. I said, my goodness. More than the petals we have in the brain. And it can happen to anybody in the modern times. It's very common. It's awaiting at your door, sort of. All these can be solved. Absolutely, you can be saved, you can be protected. And every time you will be feeling this, you are protected. There's somebody to protect you, to encourage you, to look after you. Who is that? That is this Param Chaitanya. That is this, they call it Ruh. They call it the all-pervading power of divine love. They also call it the cool breeze of the Holy Ghost. So you feel cool breeze on your fingertips. It's all written there in all the books, but symbolically so people don't understand. Once it happens, then you are in another world. Such miracles, such help, and such protection. It's a thing where you feel you can never be drowned in the ocean of this mad world, because now you are in the ocean of joy. You are enjoying. And this is what you have to have. But you must grow, all of you must grow.
So we have a few minutes left, so let's meditate again. And if we can just turn up the lights, and we'll close our eyes and put both of our palms on our lap again. Sitting comfortably, feet on the ground, flat. Nice and relaxed again. Let's put our right hand on our navel. Peace comes from inside. It comes from inside. If we all felt that inner peace that's built inside of us, the world would become a different place. So we just ask for it. It's already there. It's built inside. We have that strength inside. We just need it to be nourished again, to have it enlightened again, and let it really shine in our lives. So we ask. We just ask. We can ask Mother Energy, please may I feel peaceful and satisfied. Mother Energy, please may I feel peaceful and satisfied. We just put our attention right on our navel, where our hand is. Please awaken the quality of peacefulness in me. Please may I feel peaceful and satisfied with my life as it is at this moment. It doesn't mean we don't have goals, we don't have dreams, but sometimes we defer our peacefulness or our satisfaction to someday. Someday, after the promotion and the new house and the new car and the new relationship, then I'll feel peaceful. Then my life will be where I want it to be. But we can feel that peacefulness now, peaceful and satisfied. Let that quality shine in you. And when we feel peaceful, true peace inside, others feel peaceful. People around us feel that peace. Please may I feel peaceful and satisfied, not just for myself, but for others. Let's move our hand to the center of our chest. Let's take a few deep breaths. 3 deep breaths. With our attention right in the center of our chest. Fill up your lungs nice and full. Hold your breath for a moment, and then slowly release your breath. And do that 3 times. The air itself, the element of the air, opens our heart. It opens this chakra, it opens this plexus inside of us. We can ask our energy too. Mother Energy, please open my heart. Please open my heart. Please strengthen my heart. Our society, our media, they thrive on making us feel insecure about ourselves. Do I look right? Do I have enough money? What will the future bring? Mother Energy, please remove any fear or insecurity from my heart. Let my heart be the way it's supposed to be, the way that it was designed. Fearless, honest, pure, compassionate. Just keeping your attention in the center of your chest where your hand is. Please strengthen my heart. Fill my heart with compassion and fearlessness. Let's take our hand and put it across our forehead one more time. We can bend our head down again. And we just want to let go of everything here. Let go of everything. All these centers are important, but to really feel the peace in our mind, to really experience the meditation, we need to let go. Let go. And forgive. Forgive yourself, forgive others. Our minds can become very complicated, very analytic, very critical. Mother Energy, please quiet my mind. Please quiet my mind. One of the benefits of this meditation, as we practice it, our heart begins to guide us. Not all the thinking in our mind. Our minds can fool us sometimes, but our heart is pure. So please, may I experience and feel that peace in my mind. Please quiet and relax my mind. I forgive everyone and I forgive myself. I forgive everyone and I forgive myself. And then we'll take our hand again and place it at the top of our head. And we'll rotate again 7 times with all of our attention here at the top of our head and all of our heart at the top of our head, all of our desire. And we'll massage again 7 times, left, front, right, and back. And we'll ask 7 times, Mother Energy, please may I experience the peace of meditation. 7 times. Mother Energy, please may I experience the peace of meditation. 7 times. All your attention here and all your desire. Mother Energy, please may I experience the peace of meditation. And again, when we're finished, we just put our hand back on our lap, mostly quietly again, for a few moments. We'll listen to a little bit of music, and again, we can hold our attention at the top of our head, nice and relaxed. Let's put our hand on the back of our head one more time. And again, we just let go here. Let go. Let go of everything. Whatever the past, the divine is the ocean of forgiveness. Let's put our hand back on our lap again. Another moment or two, we'll just sit quietly, both palms open, nice and relaxed. Tension on the top of our head or inside of our heart. So we'll open our eyes now and we'll end our meditation by raising our energy. So thank you all so much for joining us today. I hope you had a nice experience. What do you do now? Try to find a little bit of time every day. 5-10 minutes is all it takes. We did a lot of things today. If you remember one thing, just try to, if you're trying to meditate at home, find a quiet spot. Remember, try to raise your energy to begin with. If it isn't perfect, don't worry about it. It's really the desire in your heart. But you want to raise your energy 3 times. Now remember how to do that? 1, 2, 3 times. Then you put on the shield 7 times. And then you just sit quietly. You can open up your palms. You can put your hand over your heart and just express that desire. Please may I feel the peace of meditation. You can put your hand across your forehead. I let go of everything. And then massage your scalp again and put all your attention here and express the desire again. I want to feel this meditation. And then just sit quietly. Play some meditative music like we did, something instrumental, 5-10 minutes. And then when you're done, raise your energy again. You can also take advantage of our classes online on YouTube. There's always an introduction, a meditation. Just fast forward through, go to the meditation part. And that 20 minutes, just follow along again. Do that every day. I promise, after some time, I'm going to say 3 months. Like anything, 3 months, you're going to really start to see a change. If you just kind of just put your heart into it and give it a try. It's like exercising or starting a new diet. It takes a little while, but it starts to really kick in and you begin to feel that change inside. And then once that happens, then that positive cycle starts in you. It's like brushing your teeth. You don't want to go a day without it. So thank you all so much for coming today, and we'll see you next time. Thank you. Thank you for joining us from Shreveport or from home. Thank you.